Now we're going to talk about the media plan and budget. So we don't actually care how much money you spend on your media spend. That's not Moonshine Media's problem. It's not their interest. There's nothing that they can do about that except to help you increase your media budget and improve your media plan. They're not going to take, Moonshine Media doesn't take a commission or a percentage of your media spend or something. No, no, no. All they do is produce the highest quality creatives for your media projects and your media plan. However, that being said, in order to do that to the best of their ability, they need a super, super clear vision of your media plan over the next 18 months or however long you have a media plan for. They need to know how much money you're going to spend exactly on each platform, including the CPM. Because that way they can produce videos, multiple A/B testing quality level videos and graphics and photography that will not only help you with each individual campaign, but will be able to determine a higher click-through rate, a higher conversion rate, a better experience for each of the consumers from each platform, given your existing media budget. This is the biggest, most important aspect of the entire SOW, because once they know exactly where you're advertising, now they can prepare a plan over the long term. If you have a media plan and a media budget, you probably know the term frequency capping. Frequency capping refers to how many times a single visitor is going to see your banners and your advertising. Normally, you would set the frequency cap to 3 or 4 per 24 hours if it's a bad, if it's a very bad quality traffic, if it's very bad quality visitors. If it's very targeted, then you might want to set it to 15, 20, even 50 frequency capping per 24 hours. But when it comes to Moonshine Media, we take that to a whole new level. We take frequency capping to a whole different space. You have 3 chances, 3 frequency caps on one video, one creative, one photography, one photograph. And then on the third, we're going to switch out the creative and we're going to give you the next one. And then you're going to have 3 impressions on that next one. And then we're going to change it again and again and again and again, so that each of the consumers on each particular platform is going to see a different banner every 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 impressions that they generate, which means that they're not going to be prone to banner blindness anymore. They're going to be really intrigued because sooner or later, one of the things that we try on those people is going to work. Something is going to grab their attention, and all of it is going to be tailored to each campaign individually. Why? Because we're doing it way in advance. We're doing all of this before the production of any photography, of any video. Nothing happens until we've made a decision on what we're going to do. We can't do that until we get your media plan. We can't do that until we know how much money you're going to spend and where you're going to spend it. And that's why we need to know. That's basically the long and the short of it. It actually does represent 80% of the entire scope of work, though, because this is where we're going. This is where the videos and the creatives that Moonshine's going to produce, this is where it's going to have the biggest impact. Right here, you're already spending $500,000 a month. Now you're going to have these videos, these images, these photographs, these graphics that are specifically designed for each campaign, for each target audience. Everybody wants to feel special. That's what we do. We make people feel special. And with frequency capping, among other things, among A/B testing, we'll be able to keep asking, keep trying to make them feel special. I don't know if you know this, but 80% of all sales happen after the 5th call or closing attempt. That's from a book that I read called The 100 Absolutely Unbreakable Laws of Business Success by Brian Tracy. The guy's a genius. Anyway, when you give us your media plan and budget, we'll know exactly what to expect and what to prepare for. Also, we're going to know in advance how big the banner sizes are that we can fit in our creatives and our photography. Also, we'll be able to say, hey, can you get us something bigger? And you'll be like, well, sure, actually, let me ask the media provider or this. That's what the whole SOW is about. It's about making the whole relationship bigger, better, stronger, faster, and more varied. After all, variety is the spice of life. I almost forgot the statement there. Variety is the spice of life. That's what we offer when it comes to your media plan and budget. We don't actually care how much you spend. We expect you to spend a lot more money after we start, but we're not going to get a cut, so it really doesn't make too much of a difference to us. All right, see you in the next video.